All right, we are ready for our final class of the leash for this evening.
Hello, my name is Kelsey and I was paired with Flag at the end of May this past year. I'm one of the many veteran recipients of Guardian Angels. I served in the Marine Corps from 2010 to 2015. During 5 years, I deployed 3 times, serving mainly as an intelligence chief with CH-53 Echo helicopters. If I even heard the word deployment, I was asking where I needed to be and when I needed to have my bags packed. I love deployments. And I love my job. I got to fly around with my friends and hang out the back of helicopters with a camera. Unfortunately, with that came a lot of unpleasant aspects. Seeing dead and severely injured bodies was the norm at some point. Sometimes they were the enemy and sometimes they weren't. My whole job consisted of keeping my friends, who are more like my family, safe. And then when I couldn't do that, it was a tough thing for me to handle. On my last deployment to Afghanistan, I had a panic attack for the first time, even though I didn't know what it was at the time. I was stretched too thin, and I was often pulling 18 to 20-hour days to ensure missions weren't perfect. I was doing entirely too much work on my own because, as a Marine, I am kind of a control freak. Without getting into specifics, on this particular day when I had the panic attack, I just had too much on my plate. I can honestly say it was the worst day of my life, and I'll never forget it. Just 6 months after getting home from deployment, I got out of the military and I moved to Tampa. I envisioned going to school and spending some time to relax and figure out what I wanted to do, but of course I didn't do that. I got a job as a contractor at the Special Operations Command at McDill Air Force Base. I worked closely with operators overseas, and my work was often talked about on the national news. I also loved this job, but it was stressful. I made some great friends, and sometimes I didn't make it home from their deployments. It was only about 6 months into this job I started to struggle with my mental health. I drove to and from work, and that was about it. I consulted with a doctor who put me on several medications, which turned me into somewhat of a zombie. I slept a lot, and I didn't do much else. At one point, I was on 6 different medications just to get me through the day. I was 23 years old. They didn't even work sometimes, and I ended up in the hospital due to panic attacks on multiple occasions. At this time, I started a relationship with another veteran. I thought it may help to have someone to talk to who had a similar past. After about a year, the relationship became extremely abusive. I gained 40 pounds, I stopped going to school, I stopped seeing my friends and my family, and I did nothing for myself anymore. I became very timid, which Brandon can attest is not me at all. I thought about suicide a lot. I lost a lot of friends to suicide after deployments, and at that point in my life, it made complete sense to me. I understood where their heads were when they made the decision to end their lives. My friends and my family tried to be there the best they could, but no one really understood what I had been through and what I was currently going through. Eventually, I got the courage to end the relationship. I didn't want to become another statistic and go down the same path that many of my friends had before me. I started therapy, which was helping some, but I was still not okay. My best friend was my couch. Every once in a while, I'd get out to do something, but sometimes even a trip to the grocery store was too much for me. Most of the time, I'd get halfway there and I'd turn right around and head back to the couch. After several months of intense therapy, my therapist told me that she thought I would benefit from a service dog. She really pushed me to think of it as an option because I'm pretty stubborn, and I'm happy that I finally considered it. When Miranda called me to tell me that she knew the perfect dog for me, I didn't quite know how to react. I know how to react to bad things, but good things is a surprise sometimes. I was at work, and I got underneath my desk and cried for about 5 minutes. It didn't really hit me until I was at the farm when I walked out to my chair to feed my dog. I tried to keep it together, but again, I start crying. Flag trotted out like a tiny show pony, and when he got to me, he put both paws on my shoulders and licked my entire face. It was at this moment I realized I was no longer alone. Just 11 days in Williston, I felt like a different person. Everyone at Guardian Angels made me feel like I deserved to be happy and that I actually deserved a future, even if I was still unsure of it at the time. I always kept in mind that this may not work for me since something in the past had. Today I can confidently say that this has worked. My life is completely different now. Flag is my favorite thing on the planet. He always has my back and I know I can trust him 100%. I finally feel like somebody cares about me and that I'm number one in somebody's life. He's my reason to keep going and to make myself a better person. He gets so disappointed in me if I'm on the couch too long, and if we don't leave the house at all during the day. He loves to work, so I feel like I need to make him happy by going out. He makes me feel safe in places that I completely avoided before. Before having Flag, I would have rather swam in shark-infested waters than go into a Walmart. But with Flag with me, I don't think anything of it. Flag has taught me the most about patience. I used to be incredibly quick to anger. Was not a very pleasant person to work with or be around. I yelled at people all the time, and he doesn't let me do that now. Sometimes he'll just give me a look, or he'll force me to pet him. My friends, family, and my coworkers have told me they've seen a huge change in me since Flag became part of my life. I'm more confident at work, and overall, I think I'm a more pleasant person to be around. I can truly say that Flag has diverted my life from where it was headed. Him, everyone at Guardian Angels, and Alan Judy Dunlap have saved my life. I can honestly say that I'm not sure I'd be standing here if it weren't for them. I gained a best friend through Flag and a family through Guardian Angels and the other recipients. And now I can imagine what life would be like without Flag. He truly is my heart to me.